very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News. I'm Ishara Nautuna. Let's check out your headlines for the day first. The President says the drug traffickers are behind belittling drug prevention campaign. Nutrition package for pregnant mothers to be continued. The CEB won't be privatized. Remains of the fallen peacekeepers will arrive on Saturday. Venezuelan top court curbs the opposition leader. And now for your news in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena said that the people involved in drug trafficking are belittling the program of drug prevention. The President made these remarks at the Mathura District Convention of Drug Prevention Program held at Sanajai Surya Stadium in Mathura. Speaking on this occasion, the President said while continuing the programs that are being implemented to control and eradicate illicit drugs, new set of programs will also be launched within the next few months, aiming at the school students and public servants to further strengthen the fight against drugs. The President said that he is determined to carry out capital punishment for repeated drug offenders. Under these circumstances, it is essential to take stern decisions and it is a duty of everybody to join hands in the campaign to eradicate drugs, the President emphasized. This 13 district meetings of Mati Nidahas Ratak was conducted in Mathura under the instructions of President Maithripala Sirisena and was organized by the Presidential Task Force Drugs Prevention. President Maithripala Sirisena attended special screening of movie Ginneng Upan Sitala, also known as The Frozen Fire, at the Tarangani Cinema Hall of the National Film Corporation.
Samaharu satan wadinne jayagrahane venuweni. Samaharu satan wadinne vikalpayak nomati heini. Ehidi nositu argalayanta muhuna dennata wei. Samaharu viruwan lesa samarei. Samaharu drohin lesa nam wei. Itihasyan velelei. Malabun negati.
සහෝදරවරුනි අපි සූදානම් නෑ ධනපති පන්තියට අපේ නිර්දල පන්ති ප්‍රතිපත්ති පාවයි.
කාලේ ගින්නෙන් පන්නරය ලැබූ ඒ යකඩ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ඉරණම ගින්නෙන් උපන් සීතල.
The movie has been directed by Anuruddha Jaisinghe based on the political life of founder of the Janatha Vimukti Peramuna, Rohana Vijayveera. The main character is played by Kamal Adararachi. The special screening session was also attended by parliamentarian Vijayadasa Rajapaksa and several other heads of security forces. Addressing reporters following the movie, the President said that the movie transmits the message of importance of giving attention on issues of the youth. He pointed out that the decisions taken by governments in upheavals in the periods of 1971, 1988 and 1989 have many loopholes. He highlighted that current political leaders can learn a great deal of lessons out of this movie. Minister Sajid Premadasa says the program, which was initiated to provide nutrition packages to the pregnant mothers, will continue. The minister was speaking at a function held at the Lunugam-Vehera area in Hambantota. He added that the current government's sole aim is to ensure better life for people. Sajid Premadasa presided over the program to donate an ambulance for the Lunugam-Vehera Regional Hospital in Hambantota. The cost of the ambulance is 9.2 million rupees. The minister also said that new buildings will be constructed for Dhamma schools island-wide for the benefit of children who pursue their Dhamma education. Minister Ravi Karnanayake says that Ceylon Electricity Board will never be privatized. Participating at the opening of the CEB's Consumer Services Centre at the Apegama premises in Batramulla, Minister Karnanayake further noted that the government's aim is to provide electricity at a lower rate to the consumers. The minister explained that the estimated loss of the Ceylon Electricity Board this year is 8,000 million rupees. A unit of electricity is produced by the Ceylon Electricity Board at the cost of 22 rupees and 38 cents. But the CEB sells a unit of electricity to the consumers at the rate of 16 rupees and 37 cents. The minister highlighted that they are unable to increase the electricity bills to minimize the loss, but generation cost will be cut to give further relief to the consumers. The remains of posthumously promoted later Major H.W.D. Jai Vikrama and Sergeant S.S. Vijay Kumara, who laid their lives in Mali while performing UN peacekeeping operations, are expected to reach Colombo Bandaranaike International Airport on Saturday. Their remains are to be formally received in a military parade graced by the Commander of the Army, Lieutenant General Mahesh Senanayake, and several other key officials of the Army. The UN flag-draped coffins, accompanied by MINUSMA Force Commander Lieutenant General Denis Gillispo, with 3 more UN officers of his office, are to be formally delivered to the Commander of the Army and the Director General of the Personnel Administration at the airport. Military funerals for both fallen UN peacekeepers would take place at their respective residential areas in Polonnaruwa and Polpitigama. 3 more Sri Lankan peacekeepers sustained injuries and were admitted to the Level 2 hospital at Gao in Mali. The police say the situation in Kandal Kadu area of Kenya is normal. Investigations into the incident that happened yesterday have been opened under the purview of an Assistant Superintendent of Police. A tense situation occurred at the Kandal Kadu area when the Navy made an attempt to arrest illegal sand miners at the Mahaveli River. 3 people have escaped into the Mahaveli River and 1 out of them was rescued by the Navy personnel. Body of a person who escaped was found last evening. 12 Navy soldiers sustained injuries during the conflict. The Navy personnel had made an attempt to control the situation by shooting to sky. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Geological Survey and Mining Bureau, Asela Itavala, said that his organization has entrusted powers to Sri Lankan Navy to arrest illegal sand miners. The police have found a charred dead body of a person at a restaurant of the Vaikivatta area in Navagamua. An employee of the restaurant has inquired about the situation when he had observed smoke was emitting out of the room. 2 youth have stayed at the restaurant last night. 1 person has left the place early hours of today. According to police sources, the individual who had left the restaurant today morning has committed the crime. Former DIG Nalaka De Silva and the Indian national who were arrested in connection with the VIP assassination plot were further remanded till the 13th of next month. President Maithripala Sirisena and former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa were the target of the plot. The Criminal Investigation Department produced a 14-page report on retrieved conversations between Namal Kumara and former DIG Nalaka De Silva before the court. The CID also informed the court that statements from parliamentarians Bimal Weerawansa and Namal Rajapaksa, Mohammad Muzammil and Shashi Weerawansa were recorded. Another set of civilian land blocks held by the security forces was returned. 5 acres of land that was used by the Sri Lanka Army in Mannar was returned to the owners under the patronage of Brigadier Senarath Bandara and Brigadier Jayampati Tilakaratna. The relevant documents were submitted to the District Secretary of Mannar, C.M. Mohandas, by the security chiefs at the District Secretariat. State Minister Eran Vikramaratne says it is compulsory to improve country's human resources in the journey of making Sri Lanka a developed country. He also highlighted that country's geographical positioning is also helpful to be an economic hub in the region. State Minister Eran Vikramaratne was speaking at the 60th Annual General Meeting of the Sri Lanka Chamber of Commerce.
Sometimes you're wondering whether politicians are joking, or whether there is really some kind of situation. But I'm happy to say this, that this country has never defaulted on its debt and will never default as long as we are in charge. We have just made the largest debt payments just in January, and we have made all arrangements to make sure that we will be able to meet all our obligations. The basics of the economy are doing well over the last 2 years. Inflation, and this is all central bank figures, NCPI, has come from a high in October 17 of 8.8% to 1% in November 2017. And you can take any indication, core inflation, any indication, it has come down. If you take the trade deficit has widened, but exports have slightly picked up, and it's just reduced. As I said, I just got the information today. In 2018, the trade deficit has reduced.
Speaker Karujai Surya also spoke at the event.
And I think time has come where we have to, look at some sort of, stop this breeding exercise. Eventually what will happen is the country will die, patient will die, eventually the whole burden goes on to the poor people of this country. Therefore, I'm sure the government has given serious note to that, but what is important is that I also would like to tell the Honourable Minister, any sort of revision or restructure of the loss-making body should be made through the stock exchange so that there is transparency, because transparency also very important for a government in power.
State Minister of Defence Ruwan Wijewardena says if Sri Lanka's Freedom Party and the UMP would be able to form a national government, it will be a better initiative for country's future. Ruwan Wijewardena was speaking to reporters following calling on Chief Incumbent of Ruwan Valisaya, Venerable Pallegama Hemarathanathera. The State Minister also said that some parliamentarians attached with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party were ready to work hand in hand with the UMP. The State Minister also spoke on statement made by Chairman of Elections Commission Mahinda Deshapriya on the Provincial Council election. He stated that Mahinda Deshapriya won't need to resign from his position as the UNP is ready to face any election at any circumstances. The State Minister observed that before the November 10th, a Provincial Council election will surely be held. The Executive Council of the Youth Front of Sri Lanka Freedom Party was convened under the patronage of General Secretary of the party, Dayasiri Jayasekara, at party headquarters. Following the Executive Council meeting, Chairman of the Youth Front of the SLFP, parliamentarian Shantha Bandara, said that a speedy restructuring process will be done in SLFP within 3 months. He highlighted that the Executive Council discussed on Youth Front's role in the restructuring process. The chairman of the Youth Front also said that if the Provincial Council election would be held in June, they are ready to vie without any hesitation. Another group of nurses will be recruited to the health service. The Ministry of Health announces that another set of 1,608 nurses are to be recruited to quell the total demand of 48,000 nurses of the country's health service. According to health sources, the country only has around 35,000 trained nurses. The ministry said that 9,000 nurses are being trained at nursing schools at present. The recruitment of nurses this year has been done under an online application system. 1,608 nurses who successfully completed diploma in nursing will receive their certificates at Temple Trees tomorrow under the patronage of Minister Rajitha Senaratne. Now for a quick update on the daily exchange rate. And that wraps it up for today. Catch us tomorrow at the same time. Till then, you can visit itnews.lk for more of the very latest. I'm Ishara Nautuna. Have a good night.